Okay, so I'm here to talk about the digital technologies industry in the wider sense. I'm slightly embarrassed, bearing in mind Marilyn comes out of that sector, so she's probably opened the door for me, I hope. At Scotland IS, we're the trade body for the digital technologies industry, and we promote, represent and network the sector. We're membership driven and funded, and we have around 300 member companies from very small to very large. So what do we represent? We represent the telecommunications sector, games, IT services, software development and digital agencies, but the biggest of those by a long way is the software development sector, which in Scotland is bigger than all the rest of those. So the sector includes organisations like BT and Virgin in telecoms, through to smaller companies like Comsworld and Boston Networks. Games development, Scotland's very famous for its games development, so we have companies like Rockstar North developing Grand Theft Auto, and 4J Studios who've taken Minecraft and made it into a smash success for the Xbox console. And then a range of IT service businesses and digital agencies, people who do your websites and do digital marketing, etc. Just for some illustrations. A wide range of member companies. Some of these names you'll know and some of them you won't. So just a bit of description around the industry. About 1,500 businesses working in our industry across Scotland in all those sectors I mentioned earlier on. There's about 84,000 people working in digital technology roles. Now, they're not all in the digital technologies industry. Very many of them are working in energy, in financial services, and in the public sector. But it's a growing number, and it's causing us some problems. We benefit from world-class universities, and this is one of them. But actually, Scotland absolutely punches above its weight in terms of computing science and informatics. We have two very well-known unicorn companies now, FanDuel and Skyscanner, blazing a trail for Scotland. That's more than anywhere else outside of the US, and we'd like to see some more. And a unicorn company, for those who don't know, is a company with $1 billion valuation before they get to 10 years old. We're great startup scene, lots of small companies coming through, particularly in Edinburgh, but increasingly we hope to see that happening in Glasgow. I mean, Glasgow has always been very vibrant for startups, but Edinburgh's currently winning that race, and we'd like to see that evened out. A number of global players who've got bases here. Some of them are doing software development. JP Morgan, for example, clearly a financial services company, but a major software development shop in Glasgow. Companies like Amazon, HP, IBM, those sorts of people. Lots of ambitious SMEs, some of them I think are in the room today. And as I said earlier on, lots and lots of great startups. So as an industry, we're currently benefiting from double-digit growth. And when the financial services sector went to the wall in 2008, I think all of us held our breath and many industries had a very tough time. And I genuinely thought that digital technologies would be just the same, but actually the sector has bounced back very fast from all the damage around that happening, and we've seen year-on-year double-digit growth for the industry ever since then. And that's really around a number of things, one of them of which is productivity. You know, in tough times, people try and get more out of less, and digital technologies help to make that happen. We create around 11,000 new roles every year across the industry and the wider economy. That is a gap we already have because there's about 4,500, 5,000 people come out of university, college and through modern apprenticeships. So we've clearly got a gap already, and it's just getting wider. Every industry now wants people with software skills, with telecom skills, and we're running to catch up on that one. We've got a number of initiatives underway with support from Scottish Government and its agencies, Skills Development Scotland and Scottish Funding Council, to try and close the gap, but it's a 10-year plan. And I think we're always going to be chasing our tails on this one. I think that we're a great opportunity, our industry at the moment. There's lots going on, and I'll come on in a minute to the drivers of that. I think some of that's very much in the energy sector. We see an opportunity to double the size of the industry and really grow our exports to add value to the Scottish economy. I look at the food and drink sector, who set very ambitious targets a few years back to grow their exports, and they have beaten those targets. So we'd like to do the same. And we really want to build an international reputation for Scotland as a place that attracts people and investment into the industry and into the wider economy. And in our view, all of this will help to make Scotland be really a world-class digital economy. So I guess the question I have for all of you, or the questions I hope I'm going to answer, is what's driving this growth? And there's a number of major trends that are impacting the industry and creating opportunities. The first of these probably is smart mobility and the Internet of Things, or as many of the manufacturers are referring to it, Industry 4.0. And that, of course, includes smart energy, moving from a centralised to a highly distributed energy generation model with smart grids, enabling power to be fed into the national grid. Adding smart meters to the mix, and new service delivery models are emerging, creating a much more sophisticated offering. Smart cities and mobility as a service are also disrupting traditional business models and enabling data to be collected around air quality, congestion, citizen health, and allowing new service models, for example, around distribution and logistics. And Uber is just the first of those, I think. The move to mobile and to apps is also impacting service delivery and creating new business models, for example, in ticketing. And drones, combined with GIS data, are mapping deforestation and crop yields, generating yet more information. And Marilyn referred to the data science. All of this data, connected up with what's being created in data-heavy industries, such as medical research, retail, financial services, is fueling major growth in analytics and data science. And as it's often referred to, it's the ability to interrogate very large data sets, providing new insights into every sector, from health to social and welfare data, food and agriculture, marketing and sales. It used to be said that 50% of all money you spent on advertising was wasted, but you didn't know which 50% that was. Nowadays, that's no longer true, and that's happening across every industry. Data-driven decision-making is the increasing new way of making things happen, and I think it's a great benefit to all of us. One of the other growth areas, of course, is that of cybersecurity. And the increasing sophistication of cyber attacks is driving the need for smarter security solutions and a whole system approach to security. And finally, the drive to transform public services through digital delivery and smarter decision-making enabled through data analytics is another element of change. Both cybersecurity and digital public services provide opportunities and challenges to the energy sector, creating demand for high levels of security for smart meters and all the data you're putting through them, but also opening up new service options. And finally, what are the building blocks that is making all this happen? So this is an exciting time to be in digital technologies industry. And as we move to a smarter world, digital technologies will increasingly underpin the way the energy sector works and support the opportunities created by market disruption. The building blocks that will help deliver the products and services the industry is developing include many of the factors that Scotland excels in. We have a proud reputation for innovation, finding new ways to tackle problems and challenges. The Scottish economy is generating an increasing number of innovative startups with a range of specialities, with energy being one of these. We need to get better at scaling up those smaller companies, but there's some great examples of this already in the sector, and particularly in Glasgow. And we benefit from academic excellence. This is a great centre in the University of Strathclyde, which is testament to that, exploiting the talent and capabilities within our universities for key industries such as energy can help maintain the industry's world-class reputation. And to me, the combination of the expertise and talent within the energy industry with the agility and innovation within the digital technologies industry provides a great launchpad for new products and services for the future. Thank you.